You know what time it is. I checked the clock right now, can't read it, it's an analog clock, but I got a hunch that is Q&A time. So that's exactly what I plan to do. Welcome back, everybody. I'm answering your questions today. Also, before you realize and say something mean in the comments, I just got a new microphone. I don't know how it works yet, okay? I'm learning. So I'm using this video as a learning experience. Tell me what I should change. Tell me what I shouldn't change. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I'm gonna figure it out eventually. So, you know, give me time. Anyways, first question. Can we get a face reveal? That was fast. For your dog. So for my dog, huh? You don't care what I look like. You want to see what whatever. Here he is. You don't want to see my face? That's fine, I guess. I'm not upset about that. That's cool. Are you perhaps several mice in a trench coat? You know, I do appreciate you thinking I have friends, but I am one very large rat. Not a mouse. Not a mouse though. Not a mouse. What are your feelings about space? The big black void, does it scare you or call to your soul? I like space. It doesn't freak me out. It's so cool. Like in space, we're all moving towards something like in the distance that we can't see, which is such a terrifying concept, but somehow it's like cozy almost. I don't know the word I'm looking for. I love space. Terrifying, vast, and just empty, and it's so cool. The Great Attractor, what it's called. There's like a creature in the distance and he's just taking a huge breath and we're all getting sucked in. And I'm excited for the void. Very challenging question. Which of my two cats is your favorite based on this small description? Oh, hit me with it. Shady. He has killed rats, owls, and 2 woodpeckers. They will not be the last to fall. It's gonna be hard to beat Shady, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ferdinand, oh. His current biggest enemy is the bathroom sink. Oh, I love them both so much. This is messed up, man. They're both perfect. I'm gonna say Shady because I'm kind of scared of him. Which character from any of the games you played do you think you could fist fight? I hate to say it, but the rat from Ran World is getting the hands. If he doesn't have a spear, I'm winning that fight. I'm sorry. You know how far I could throw that creature? Remember the Great Attractor that I talked about earlier? I'm throwing him that far. Saki, Sidon, or Urbosa. You have to choose one, and all the others you don't pick perish. Well, Urbosa's already dust, and I could be Teba's new wife. I'm going Sidon. Do you ever plan to 100% slay the princess, or have you done any routes off camera? Yes, I do plan to 100%. I haven't done any. I'm not gonna 100% it. I want to see all of like the different forms the princess can get. I just wanted to take a break from that game because it took over my brain for like 3 weeks straight, and I needed to like have it disappear from my mind. But I'm planning on going back to it pretty soon to finish and like see those other routes. You guys told me about this cool ass one called like Princess and the Dragon. I'm so excited to see that. Quinn, are you ever gonna play Spirit Tracks? It's positively brimming with goofy fellas and mischievous creatures. Also, you get to fight the forces of evil with Leaf Blower. Dude, they brought back Leaf Blower. Let's go. That was like my favorite item from Skyward Sword. It was so good. The Keese never stood a chance when you pulled out the Leaf Blower. It was incredible. But will I play it? That's a great question. It's always been on my mind to like sit down for like 2 weeks and just make a full video on either Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks. I just got to get in the right mindset for it. Maybe. I don't want to say no because I do want to, but I don't want to say yes either. Probably. There's a chance. There's a high chance. Like 80% I will. If you were any type of cheese, which one would you be? We're not doing this again. I'm not a rat. I'm not a mouse. I'm not a rat. I promise. I'd be permission cheese. Yes, please. What's your favorite retro game? Gex. Everybody grew up playing Mario. I was that one weird kid who grew up playing Gex. That's a classic. Some of the stuff didn't age well, I know, but the game is fun. If you could cheese, shall we? No. Approximately how far from a wild bear what? Huh? You're scaring me. Approximately how far are you from a wild bear at any moment? Do you know? Is that you warning me? Do you know something that I don't? Hello? How long would it take for one to find you? Are they looking? I think reasonably, I'm probably like a 45-minute bicycle ride from a bear. And I say bicycle because I know that's their preferred mode of transportation. Could you do a full out tier list of every Zelda game after you finished every single one? I got some sad news. I'm not gonna finish every single Zelda game. I've played pretty much all the ones that I've originally set out to play, but I can give you my updated tier list right now. Hold on, let me climb into my mind palace. Every Zelda game I've ever played, every single one of them, running through my brain. All right, here we go. We'll start at the very bottom with Ocarina of... No, I'm just kidding. The very bottom of the list. We're climbing from bottom up. It's gonna be Age of Calamity. Don't like the gameplay. Love the story, the characters, love it so much. Not a fan of the gameplay. Next up, you guys are actually going to be mad about this one. A Link to the Past. I don't enjoy that game. After that, it's gonna be probably Cadence of Hyrule. Next, Link's Awakening, the fish game. Immediately after that, it's going to be Minish Cap. Next up on the list, from worst to greatest, Echoes of Wisdom. Before I go any further, none of these games are bad. They're all great games. And then Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Tears of the Kingdom. Ooh, kind of low. Unexpected, but kind of low. Majora's Mask. Top 3, ready? Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, and then Breath of the Wild. You're welcome. Don't be mad at me. I am correct. Are you intending on playing Rain World again? Yes, dude. Okay, I get this comment on like every single video, and I'm not mad at you commenters. I'm not, but oh my God, yes, I'm gonna play it again. 9 times out of 10, I'm a man of my word, and I've said I'm gonna play Rain World again like 10 times. So yes, I just haven't been in the mood. I've been really liking horror games recently. Rain World is a horror game, you're right. But like I'm in a scary mood right now. So probably more horror games before Rain World, but I will play it again. I know there's another DLC coming out for it soon, like in a couple of months. I'm down for that. I'm excited. Can't believe you decided to face reveal. That's crazy. I didn't agree to that. What? If you could take any robot from any game or movie and keep it as a little friend, which robot would you keep? Personally, I'd keep either the Skyward Sword little guys or Muggy from New Vegas. Oh, from Fall Down. Favorite robot fella, favorite robot creature. It's kind of sad because peak robot already exists. Like, I love a Roomba. I think they're so cool. I think they're adorable. Oh! You know what? The little rowboat robot from One Shot. 100%. I love that guy. He's part boat, but I would hang out with him. We'd sail places together. It'd be adorable. Great question, dude. I forgot about him. Quinn, if they were to make another Zelda game surrounding the Wild Link, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, please no. What would you want it to be like? Have any ideas? Okay, I think they could do it again. I'd love to see Link and Zelda and Sidon and everybody again one more time. But please, a new Hyrule, please and thank you. Just anywhere other than the current Hyrule. You know, maybe it would have been a cool thing for Link to travel back in time to save Zelda back in time or something when she got sucked into weird portal, you know? Maybe he got sucked in weird portal with her. I would have liked that. I think it would have been great. Please no. I'd be so disappointed. I love the current Hyrule. I think it's so fun. I think it's very cool, but I do not need to see it for a third time. I will punch my wall. You know what I want? Call me crazy. I want sci-fi Zelda. I want Zelda in fucking space. This is gonna sound harsh, and you could be mad at me for this, but I'm so sick of the repeating areas. I really am. I know it's like a staple in Zelda, but oh my God, Gerudo Desert, Forest, Lake, and Volcano. Every game we need that. I want a new environment. I have no idea, but I'd love for them to just take it in a weird direction and put me in a different environment. If you were not a gamer, but still a YouTuber, what would you make videos about? Dude, I would love to do more horror related things. Like, I think there's so cool horror stuff online. It's so fun to read and look up on. Maybe like, I wouldn't read scary stories, but like fucking, I hate to say it, but react videos would be so fun to like all the cool analog horror and stuff like that. I'd love that. I would make react content. Do you play/have interest in D&D? Yes. I don't play it, but I have interest. I made a character. I made a D&D OC, and I drew a little picture. So wait, I have to pull it up my phone because I have the details written down. I don't remember what he is exactly because it's been a long time, but this is him. I don't have a name for him yet. Oh, I don't know where it is. I think it's in my notebook. Sad, I can't find it. But so here's the thing. I was gonna be a bard. That's why he's a little bird. You know how in like D&D there's that subclass of like robot characters, robot creatures? There's like a race of robot. Warforged. I think it's called Warforged. But I had like this whole backstory planned where it was like my bird robot was created originally to like be a robot that sings for people, and then because like there was a war happening, whatever, they put all the parts together they could, and then now he's like they kind of made him into a robot that fights things. I don't know. And then he's a bard because he's a bird, so he like whistles and sings and stuff, and then he speaks through that little radio in his hand. That was my plan, but I don't know if it would work. I don't know much about D&D, but that was my character. I was like really excited when I made it, but I never played it. Hey Quinn, I just wanted to tell you that you've made it possible for me to love horror games. Dude, that's so cool. The thing about horror is there's so many different subgenres of horror games. If you are scared, which I mean, good, it's a scary game, that's what it's supposed to do to you. But I feel like people are like, oh, they're too scary, I don't want to play. There's so many subgenres of horror that are, yeah, scary, but they handle it so different that it's not that bad. Like one that I can't recommend enough is like analog horror. So like that game that I played, Home Safety Hotline, fantastic. Such a cool idea. Not scary, but just kind of creepy. And then also obviously games like Slay the Princess, which are definitely scary, but they handle it so well that it's not actually scary. Does that make sense? Back to your question. I love the Fear the Spotlight video, especially now. So I look forward to your horror content. That's so, thank you. I love that. It's a genre that I really enjoy. So I plan to do more of it. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. I'm moving my microphone. Can you tell me if this sounds worse? Actually, I'll know when recording, but you know, let me know. I'm gonna move it back actually. That scares me. Not a question, but you sound like Peter from Family Guy. Well, I think that's a compliment. Wait, why was that good? What is your zodiac sign? I'm a fucking Pisces. Do you live stream? If so, where? I'm a fucking Pisces. Would you ever do a meet and greet type deal? No, I'm a freaking Pisces. How do you find new indie random games to try and play? I freaking love indie games, man. I think they're so cool. I love indie games because it's like the only video games that can take risks and be interesting. Like, I feel like a lot of times, like AAA companies do not take the necessary risks to make a good game. Like, we've had so much AAA slop this year, or last year, I guess. It's Happy New Year. It's kind of crazy. Like, indie games for me absolutely carry the industry. Now, I'm not saying there's no good AAA games, but I'm saying indie games, you're gonna find way more interesting ones. How do I find it? I subscribe to some YouTubers who upload a lot of content talking about indie games. I also pay attention to like developers that I like or publishers that I like, and then Steam like recommends indie games like crazy, which is so cool. But I watch Foco, who talks about indie games a lot, and there's other ones, but I can't remember them right now, and I'm sorry, I feel bad. But literally what I do when I'm like, oh, I wonder like what games are coming out, I'll type in indie game 2025, and there's like tons of videos talking about indie games that are coming out this year. Like the Big Fish, I forget what it's called, Big Fish, Big Catch. That looks awesome, like a cool 3D platformer. You know, AAA companies are too scared to make 3D platformers, but now, you know, Astrobot slaps, so maybe that's changing. I just want more indie games, please. More, give me indie games. I love them. Now, that's not saying all indie games are good, but I will not talk about bad indie games because I don't, why would I? I love video games. Hey Quinn, I love your videos so much. I have a few games to recommend that I think you'll love. It's a series called Atelier Ryza. Dude, I have a funny story about that. I used to watch like anime figure unboxing videos because I have a couple, and I think like anime figure collections are cool. I like seeing what people have, okay? But there was this one guy who was unboxing like a character from that game, and he was so obviously attracted to the character, but he was trying to hide it, and it's like one of the funniest videos. Mr. Goblin Man, what happens to be your favorite baked good? Cheese bread. I'm not a rat. Hey Quinn, nice toes by the nice what? What? So like, do you prefer a cool and good hero or a good and cool villain? I like Shadow the Hedgehog. Which Legend of Zelda character would you want to have a staring contest with? Bonus points if you have a character that you wouldn't want to have a staring contest with. Okay, who I wouldn't is easy. Breath of the Wild Link, I would not, because he only blinks when Zelda reminds him that he can do it. Like, I'm almost positive he doesn't know that he can. But a character I'd love to have a staring contest with, like Goma, and then I would throw rocks at it. What new microphone did you get? So I got like a proper microphone. It's something that I've like been putting off for like a year now. I don't know why, but I got a Shure SM7B. You need to buy like 4 moving parts for it, and I'm still figuring it out because it's like a piece of equipment I've never used before. You need like XLR cables and an audio interface, and also like a thing to boost the gain because the microphone doesn't provide enough gain. So you need 2 XLR. It's a lot. It's a huge process. And I'm using a microphone stand for the first time, so it's like right in my face. And I feel like sometimes you're gonna be able to hear my breath on the microphone, and I don't really want that, but I'm trying to figure it out, okay? I'm sorry if it's not great this video, but I'll figure it out, I promise. Would you continue Lies of P? I have off camera. I love that game. I've got pretty far. I'm stuck on the big fella. You know the one. If you knew you could do it well and money was no object, what character would you most likely cosplay? That's not where I was expecting that comment to go. Wait, that's a good question. Who would I want to dress up as? It would be cool as hell to do like a Master Chief or like a Doomslayer cosplay just to have the armor. Like that would be sick. It would be cool to do it like an Urbosa cosplay because I would have the abs. But if I could pick any, I'd want to make a statement. What's like the coolest dude in video games? Shadow the goddamn Hedgehog. Love the recently long playthroughs of games you've been doing. One of my favorites was Fear the Spotlight. Oh, I love that. Your silliness made it so fun to watch. Here's a question. If you could play any game blind again, what game would it be? Probably Breath of the Wild. Like, if I just got hit with some insane amnesia, the first thing I'm doing is a full Breath of the Wild blind playthrough again. Are you gonna play Silksong when it eventually comes out? Dude, I got a freaking bone to pick. What the hell is going on with that game? You got the developers trolling the fans, zero info for like 3 years. Does that game even exist anymore? I don't know, but I will play it when it comes out. I just, you know, I hope it comes out. Are you gonna respond to Mr. A Game's speedrun of Mario Odyssey where he challenged your run time? You'll just have to wait and see. So I got a bunch of people all of a sudden breaking my records and challenging me. You're just gonna have to wait and see. That's all I'm gonna say. If you were to collab with anyone, literally anyone, fiction or non-fiction, who would you collab with? I feel like the obvious answer is Germa, right? Germa or like Slimesicle. Are you ever going to finish A Link to the Past? No. I'll say it right now. It was my New Year's resolution last year to finish it. I don't even feel bad about not finishing it. I like drawing the thumbnails, but I did not like playing the game. So no, I will not be finishing it. What software do you use for drawing? I use Procreate and I use Photoshop. What kind of bird would win in fencing? Blue jay or swallow? Definitely the swallow. I feel like it has an unfair advantage. He's named after his special move. The blue jay does not stand a chance. You might have already been asked this, but do you play any instruments? Yeah, I play the... I used to. I don't anymore. I don't know how to play it anymore. I wish I did, though. It's so cool. Same question as last time, but new year, new rant. Oh, I could rant. I've got some things that I want to rant about. Are you ready? Anybody who says you were not a true Zelda fan for starting with the Breath of the Wild and the Tears of the Kingdom and then not playing the other ones is not a true Zelda fan. That's all I'm saying. That's all. You are not a real Zelda fan if you try and split up the community like that. Because you played Ocarina of Time first when it released, it does not mean you're more of a Zelda fan than somebody who just plays Breath of the Wild. It's insane to think otherwise. Just because you started with Twilight Princess does not mean you're a bigger Zelda fan than somebody who started with Breath of the Wild. I could talk about it for hours. It makes me so mad, but I will not do it. I will spare you guys for now, but I could go in. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. All it does is divide the community. That's already kind of divided because a lot of people like the new games, a lot of people don't, but it does nothing but hurt the community, and I'm freaking sick of it. I've seen it so many times. I've seen the same argument perpetuated by like players, YouTubers, I will not say who, but I hate it so much. I hate it. It sucks and it's awful. There's my rant. Which Slugcat do you think you could beat in a fight? All of them. You and the Slugcat have one spear. None of them. Outer Wilds when? Dude. You're right. I always forget about it. It's on my list. I promise it's on my list. I have a huge list. It's on it. It looks so fun. It looks so cool. I love the concept. It's so interesting. Exploring like a bunch of planets, a little solar system. I don't know anything about it, but I've seen a tiny bit of gameplay of someone just exploring a planet. It looks so fucking cool. I don't know when. I don't know when. I don't know when. I don't know. Bit of a bold question, but when will you do a face reveal? I won't. I'm not gonna do one. Hey, big fan. I was wondering if you were interested in finishing Ori and the Blind Forest. Do I got some news for you? Also, what's your favorite color? Green. Favorite memory from the past year, 12 months, by the way. When I learned that I could do a handstand. I moved my microphone again. Let me know if this sounds better or worse. We're trying new things. We're trying new things. Will you ever finish the Age of Calamity DLC? No. I'm really interested in your art style. Do you do art outside of making thumbnails? If so, could we see some? I don't know what to draw. Like, a lot of the times I really want to draw and then I just end up like scribbling. Like drawing nothing, like just shapes. Cause I don't know what to draw. That's the hard part. Like I really want to get better at like anatomy and stuff cause I feel like I'm kind of bad at it. Like I don't know if you've seen some of the thumbnails. It's not great all the time. I just really wish I could get better at it. But I just have nothing that I want to draw. Like I can't think of things that I want to draw. You know what I really like drawing? Landscapes. I like drawing backgrounds a lot. Like I like drawing backgrounds more than I like drawing characters. So when people tell me they hate drawing backgrounds, I'm like always surprised by it, but it's very common. People don't like it. I do. I think it's so fun. Do you think Swiss cheese has holes so that it can breathe? No, I think Swiss cheese is a myth made by Big Cheese to sell less cheese for more. What is your favorite horror game? I'm so curious. Little Nightmares 2. An absolute banger. I think it's genuinely one of my favorite series I've ever done. Little Nightmares 2 is incredibly good and I'm so excited for the third one. Kind of. I'm more excited for Reanimal than I am for Little Nightmares 3. Reanimal, if you don't know, is made by the actual developers of Little Nightmares 1 and 2. Little Nightmares 3 is just the IP has been bought by a different company. So I'm excited for both. but I'm very excited for Reanimal. It looks so scary. Like, it actually looks terrifying. What's your favorite dinosaur? Oh, dude, you know the dude with the long neck? You know the one with the incredibly long neck? He just loves leaves. I like that guy. I also think pterodactyl is like #1 dinosaur for me. Do you have any tips on how to start a YouTube channel? And how was it for you at the beginning? Okay, I have tips. Just start, man. You just gotta start. Find something you're interested in, like making a video about, and just start it. I really like editing, and I feel like creating videos is a good way for me to use my creativity, but I'm too scared to post, and I don't want to have to force myself into making videos. You don't have to. You do not have to force yourself into like making videos and editing. So the thing is, too scared to do it. I get that. I understand that 100%, but you just gotta start. The good thing about YouTube is your first video is not going to get a lot of views unless you get super lucky, right? Your first video is probably gonna get like 10 to 15 views, so you have time to just like sit down and find out what you want to make videos on. You just have to start. You know, your videos aren't going to be the best at the beginning. That's just how it works, unless you're insane. You know what? There's plenty of ways to make good videos immediately, but more than likely your videos aren't going to be incredible off the start. You just got to start making videos, so the time people actually do show up, your videos are going to be good enough that people want to stay and watch them. And that's coming from me, who does, like, my videos are not great. You don't have to get very far. You just have to start. That's my advice. Just find something you like talking about and just talk about it. What has been your favorite video to edit and make and were really pleased with when it was done? Slay the princess. Okay, this is gonna sound a little silly maybe, and I'm sorry for that, but for the longest time, people would ask this question and I would not have an answer, and I hated that. I hated it so much when people would be like, hey, what's your favorite video you've ever done? And I could not think of one. My first Slay the Princess video is like maybe my favorite video. I had such a fun time making that. It was such a huge step in like a different direction for me. Like, I really tried to incorporate a lot of the story. I feel like I did a great job with it. There's stuff that I would change after watching it. Like, oh, okay, I could see what I could have done different there. Like, I did like voiceover work for it, dude. It was so fun. I really like how that video turned out. I think it's my favorite video. Or playing 5 of your favorite games for the first time. I love that video. That was so fun. Or Zelda, but if I take damage, the game changes. But those 3 videos are my 3 favorite on the channel, I think. I'm curious because I have a hard time choosing. And if you're in the video, please comment. What is my favorite video? What is your favorite video of mine? Which... You know what I'm trying to say, right? You get it? Which video have I done that is your favorite? That feels wrong too. What is your favorite video that I have made? There we go. Yes, I think that's how that works. What was your game of the year that you played? And will we see more Rain World? Yes! Yes, I promise. One day there will be more Rain World on the channel. I'm moving my microphone as I talk. Does that sound weird? Can you hear that? I don't know how this works. But what was my game of the year last year? That's tough. I played a lot of good games last year. It's probably obvious, but Slay the Princess is my game of the year. I still think it's one of the coolest games I've ever played. After beating it, it like instantly got shot up into my top 5. It's unbelievably good, and I'm so glad I played it. Quinn, will you ever do some multiplayer games like Dead by Daylight or Fortnite with your friends? No, but I would play games like Lethal Company with them, or a collab with other YouTubers. I've done a few collabs. That was my New Year's resolution last year, and I did like 5 of them. The most recent one, I played Mario Party with OZL, Grazzy, and Celios. It was great. It was a great time. I had a lot of fun. But I did a lot of Tears of the Kingdom bingo with people. So I have done collabs. You gotta find them. They're out there. How many chocolate chips can you put in your mouth at once? How many chocolate chips you got? Are you a bird? Don't lie. No. Is there anything you are excited for this year? Yeah, when I get this fucking microphone figured out, I'll be real happy about it. I promise. I'll be so happy once I figure it out. Can you do more Fears to Fathom, please? Yes, I can. I like those games a lot. I think they're great. I want them to release to console more, and then I will definitely play them. Not a question, just a game recommendation. Stanley Parable. Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty cool. Maybe I'll play it for a video. Who knows? It's not like I have it or anything. What is your favorite game right now, and what are you playing right now? I'm just sitting here answering questions. I'm not playing nothing this time, surprisingly. But my favorite game right now is Slay the Spire. I've been playing the hell out of it. Do you play games in your own time and not for videos? If so, what games do you have recommendations for? Slay the Spire. I think it's great. I would suggest it. I've started playing Okami recently. Okami HD. That one's pretty cool. My friends and I have started to replay like the old Left 4 Dead games.
Oh no.
Oh, also, I've been playing Backpack Hero. I freaking love it. It's so fun. You play as like a little rat, which is not helping my case. I'm not a mouse. I'm not a mouse. I'm not a mouse. You play as a little rat and you like organize your inventory in a backpack and you fight things and like build a town. It's really good. I like it a lot. Will you ever play Firewatch? I don't know. Maybe. I could be persuaded to play it. Who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe soon. I don't know. Will you ever play Subnautica? Oh, who knows? It's not like I bought the game recently or something. I'll get to it one day probably. I don't know. It's not like I have a schedule and the games you guys keep asking me about are planned or anything. It'll be there one day perhaps. I don't know. I know you already answered that the stroke you made was freestyle, but what events were you in? I did freestyle and I did butterfly. I was terrible at fly. I was really bad. But my main events, the one I was actually good at, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I did win a lot. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. I was great at swimming. The man is part fish. I don't know what to tell you. My best race was 200-meter freestyle and 100, is it meters? I don't remember. And 100-meter freestyle. I was really good at them. Fun fact, I actually stopped swimming because I was in a tournament when I had pneumonia. So I almost drowned in the pool. And the lifeguard had to help me. I almost drowned in the middle of a race because my lungs were filling with fluid and I was like sideways and it made me almost drown. And I haven't raced since. But I was in first place when it happened. So I don't know what the guy next to me did. I don't know what kind of curse he set on me, but I blame him. Are you gonna play more Slay the Princess? Yes. Undertale? Can we see your dog again, please? Okay, there he is. But also, oh my god, face reveal? Who's that? Oh, who is this?